What's good with y'all, man? So, as I do always, because I'm just that type of individual. If you don't, a lot of people get mad when I do these things. But I want to send a big shout out to all the homies, you know, um, that rock with the channel, that are Kansas City Chief fans, like my real homies, not the bandwagon busters that come on here, but the real Chief ones that been here for 4 or 5 years, that show nothing but respect, and they show a lot of love to the channel. I gotta give a shout out to you. Um, you know, you guys did what you had to, and it's just such a crazy aspect that this season went the way it did, and um, you guys got to this point. There's a lot of people saying, a lot of people are always going to talk trash, and yes, there was some crazy, situations during the season, but you're at a point where you're going back to a Super Bowl to try to battle for a three-peat. And you know, all the individuals that mess with me, that have to always hear my mouth. Um, Much respect to you that you guys don't personalize it. So I got to give a shout out to Purdy Eyes. I got to give a shout out to the homie Jordan. I got to give a shout out to the homie BK from Brooklyn. I got to give a shout out to the homie Mikey. Shout out to all you guys. The other homie, Big Chief Penn. Big shout out to you, homie. I know at the end of the day, when we talk football and stuff, bro, a lot of people say that, I go hard, but that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? But I have to give a respect when I open my mouth, homie, and I talk crazy all year long. Big Jordan, shout out to you, my brother. This is to you. This is not going out to the bandwagons because we know that they're out there. But Big Jordan, you've been rocking with me. You've been rocking with me for 4 or 5 plus years, homie. And it's always respect. You always bring respect. And you listen to my mouth a lot, bro, and don't personalize it like the rest of these fools that just come out of nowhere. So big shout out to you, homie, for representing the Chief the real way and not getting in your purse or anything and your feelings about what Savage says. I give you the utmost respect because you've been here for 4 years. These other fools, they just came around just recently. That's why I never could actually respect that shit. So big shout out to you, my homie Jordan. Mile high salute to your team, homie. You guys fought today. And like I said before, homie, if the Buffalo Bills couldn't get it done in this playoff run, the Buffalo Bills will never win a Super Bowl, homie. And they did exactly what I said, homie. They had their opportunities. I don't want to hear nothing about the refs in this game. I don't, homie, because they had their opportunities. They had their opportunities to win the game. They had their opportunities to go downfield. But the energy was there for the Chiefs. So I got to give a shout out to the real fans that's been through. I noticed, bro. I've been on this format since 2015, and I know who's been here and who hasn't. So the rest of everybody that comes after this year and the last year after the back-to-back championship, you're irrelevant. You don't even matter in this subject. I got to give a shout out to my homies that I respect, the real Chief fans that's been here forever. These are Chief fans that I know for sure, 100%, been through the 50 plus years when they were not doing good. These are the Chief fans that showed their face after the Broncos won the Super Bowl and they were there. They had to hear the Broncos fans go crazy about ring checking all the time. But you know what they did? They came and they held their head with the high up most. And I respect that because I respect anybody that's a real fan. I respect anybody that really is a real fan. I really don't respect the bandwagon and the fools that just come out of nowhere, bro. If I haven't seen your account and this is like the first year you ever came around, it's total bogusness, bro. And I don't respect that shit. I don't respect that you came around my channel after all the years that we've been talking football on here, bro. You barely come by. I can't respect that. But it's not about you. It's about the real kingdom, homie. It's about them real fans that's been through the thick and thin, every ounce of Chief football. And I can honestly, I know 5, 6, 7 real dedicated fans. Chief Urag, I know he don't come around no more, but shout out to that dude. Shout out to that dude, bro. Shout out to the real Chief fans that's always been there, homie. I got to give a shout out to even Casey Kid. And I don't even know if I should give a shout out to Casey Kid because when they played the Texans, he deleted his whole account. But I know that this fool's a real Chief fan, and I respect his fandom. Even though I didn't like the differences in his tantrums, I still respect him because I know he was representing the Chiefs this whole time I've been on YouTube. You know, so big shout out to Pretty Eyes, man. I hope I could get Pretty Eyes in here. Big shout out to Chief Urag. Big shout out to A-Rod. Shout out to him. Shout out to the homie BK. Shout out to let me see who else. The homie Bronco, Casey Dan. Shout out to him. Pretty Eyes, definitely. Shout out to all the real ones, bro. Especially if you're still around and you really haven't got mad at the Savage, because we know that there's a lot of fools, and I say this all the time. Bro. There's a lot of fools that got hella estrogen in their body, and they will let Savage get them all emotional. But the real ones that stand firm, homie, you know what was cool? You know what was some of the coolest shit that I ever seen? Is that when we had the trash talk circle and the TTC was going, homie, and this was when it was not so cool to be a queef. And I'm not gonna say, let's not say that, but not so cool to be a chief, right? It wasn't the cool thing to be a chief, you know? They didn't really have a lot of representation because, like I said, it took quite a while for them to get representation. Like, I've been on here since 2015, and the last year and a half, we seen handfuls of people we ain't never seen before, you know. But the real ones that were there from day one, homie, you guys deserve all this, bro. You do. You deserve all of it, you know. Because I'm the first one to disrespect the Chiefs. I'll be the last one to disrespect the Chiefs, but tonight I got to give a shout out to the real fans that's been there. You know, you always got to give flowers. You always got to give duels when it's all said and done. And I'm not a poor sport when it comes to the aspect somebody can actually do what they did. You know, it's a long coming. You know, any fan that's been through the thick and thin with their teams, bro, and they had to go through the misery, they had to go through every aspect of their team misery and torment. And there was a lot of Chief fans that basically, homie, was there through all that. There was some Chief fans that were there through all that. And I got to give up most respect to them dudes. If you stuck with your team, this is the benefit of sticking with your team. See, that's the difference. You got fans that will never stick with a team, and they never get to experience the good times when it comes. So I got to give credit, man. Josh Allen, he had his chance, homie. He had his chance to do what he had to do. And this is such a black eye on Josh Allen because Josh Allen, bro, he had an opportunity to go downfield and take the lead. He had an opportunity, bro. I really watched this game. First time I watched the playoffs since the playoffs have actually been this year, bro. And this is the first time I honestly, out of all the games, homie, this season, right? Out of every single game, this was more of the cleaner referees in this game. I didn't really see too much that I was, you know, that was the turnover outcome of the game. And I gotta call an aspect of fair a spade. You know, Josh Allen will never win a Super Bowl, homie. As long as Patrick Mahomes in the conference, I just don't see it, homie. That's why I'm like, why do you do this shit all regular season? Why do you do it? And then when you get in the games that are important, you get in that aspect and you can't win a meaningful football, bro. That shit is just it's not a good look whatsoever. I'm just happy the Rams, you know, yeah, they're cursed, Cartman. They're cursed. They had the better team all the way around, bro, and they're just cursed. So when I say this, I'm telling the truth. Josh Allen will never ever win a Super Bowl, bro. Bills Mafia, man. I don't understand the whole aspect and the concept, homie. And you let this shit slip out of your grasp. There was opportunities when the momentum was switching, and you let this shit slip out of your grasp. You deserve this aspect, homie. You didn't go in this game and really want it. I really feel like you didn't want it. I don't know. Some of these teams, they just forget the game plans and then they leave, and it's a loss, another loss in the postseason at the hands of the same man. So that's what I'm saying, man. I don't feel bad for him, man, Carman. I don't. They had their opportunities. They had their opportunities, man. They did. They had their opportunities to go downfield when they could have took the lead. They had like 3-4 opportunities to take the lead and pile on the points. They did. They did, homie. And I know, and this is the thing is, bro. This is the thing. I know a lot of people, definitely they want to see the aspect of me just go in. But at this point, bro, right now, tonight, I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that to the respective Chief fans that I actually respect. You know, it's not for me to be a sore loser and all that shit, bro. So if this live was more for the respected homies that be around my shit, bro, and I gotta give them their dues. I talk the most shit. I talk the most aspect. I talk the most craziest, and I'm gonna continue because it's not for me to kumbaya. But tonight, they get the respect. Tonight, they get all the respect. Tonight, I can't really say nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving respect to the homies that deserve it. I don't see the peasants that are under the feet, bro. I really don't care about trolls and all the new accounts. It doesn't bother me. I gotta give respect to where it's due. And tonight, they're going to another Super Bowl for a chance to three-peat. And to be honest, I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I probably won't even visualize this Super Bowl. I probably won't even watch the Super Bowl, to be honest. This playoff run, homie's been boring as hell to me. This game was exciting. Don't get me wrong. This game was probably the most exciting game of the whole playoffs, definitely. And it was going to be a hard task, but it was a task that could have actually been. It could have been brought by the Bills, and they just didn't have enough to get the job done, homie. It's like the mentality went out the window. The Mamba aspect went out the window. When it was time to really produce, it was like that Mamba mentality from Josh Allen went out the window, and he got stuck with another L, bro. Now this is why you have to just play the game, homie. Bills Mafia, bro. When you guys want them in the regular season, homie, don't start speaking stuff that you can't back up, because I heard a lot of Bills fans calling for this aspect in game because they were so confident. And I'm going to be 100% real with you. I believe that the Bills have the better team all the way around, but I just believe that in this aspect in Arrowhead, homie, in the playoffs, I just kind of had it in the back of my head, Josh Allen, bro. How are you going to get this done? And then I kept saying, this fool's really not going to be able to ever beat Patrick Mahomes. It's such a black eye. And to them fans, bro, to them Bills Mafia fans, I do kind of feel a little bad from you guys, because y'all have so much opportunities, bro, and the team just let you down. The team is out of here, But shout out to the real ones, bro. Shout out to my real diehard subs that are Kansas City Chief fans that always just show love. I got to show you guys love, man. I got to show you respect. Being in this opportunity, bro, you understand the aspect, the chances. It doesn't come around like that, homie. It doesn't. It don't come around like that. And for you to be in this aspect, homie, as a football standard, That's hella impressive for a franchise. Well, we gonna see, man. We gonna see Raider Drox. I probably just chill out. I mean, I don't even the Super Bowl doesn't even seem like an energy. It's not even something that's appealing to me at the moment. Leading up to the Super Bowl, maybe, but at this moment, bro, football is just kind of it's a numb aspect, homie. It's a numb aspect. Like football in itself, it's such, it's a silly aspect of game, bro. And it's one of them things, homie. Like you grow up, right? You grow up. Check it out. You grow up in, the real headhunters of the '90s and '80s, bro. You live off that aspect, bro. That's what football. That's why a lot of us became football fans because of the gladiators, bro. When you could actually smash a quarterback and put him on his head, or you can go downfield and you can, you know what I'm saying? Why there was no pass interferences. Half of the stuff that's being called today, that would have never been taken place in the '90s and '80s, you know. But today, you barely touch a player, bro, and it's just like, damn, homie, this shit is not even fun from a football. Like I used to watch every single game in the NFL from out here 11 o'clock all the way to the primetime game, bro. And I could sit down back in the day and I could watch game after game after game. Now the way that it's just soft and watered down, it's not even watchable at this point, bro. I can't even watch other games without getting bored, knowing what's going to take place. Like a real football fan like myself, this is not real football as we grew up off of, you know? Um, it's a soft aspect, and it's a kumbaya and all this, bro. That's just the crazy aspect. Like, I don't understand it. Yeah, Joey, hopefully you can get it done. Hopefully y'all can get it done, but hopefully it's a rematch aspect. But you gonna have to do everything in your power to not get slapped up in that Super Bowl, because any wrong mistake, any aspect of wrong mistake, um, it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. And you're playing with the poster child. You're playing against the poster child of the NFL. You know, so everybody. Oh, it's that, and that's the crazy aspect. Everybody in the world doesn't really really. They have a hatred towards these two fan bases, the Philadelphia Eagles fan base and the Kansas City Chiefs fan base. I think a lot of people despise these fan bases. So I don't know what's going on, who's going to be rooting for who. But I'll tell you what, I'd rather have the Eagles win, because I have a brother that's just a diehard hater of the Broncos, and he hates the Eagles so much. So yeah, we riding with you. I can't go with a division foe. We had their asses last time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You had them. You had them. One wrong mistake cost you the game, though. One wrong penalty from the refs gave them the game, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Your back's against the wall when this situation happens. Shout out to Desert Eagle, man. That's another reason why I definitely will want the Eagles to win in this aspect. But I'm gonna be real, homie. I don't even know if I might. I don't even know if I'll watch the Super Bowl, to be honest. I might view it after. I might see what went on, but I just don't know, homie. Like before this playoff run, I told even my wife and everybody, homie, I don't have the energy for the playoffs. I kind of didn't even watch any of the playoff games besides this one. This is the only playoff game I really even watched. And it was exciting, but it's the same old aspect every year. Same old storyline, same old this, same old that, Um, uh, yeah, into that aspect, Raider Drox. That's a reality. That's a reality. You know, his decision making will cost him that game. And one thing we seen, homie, is that you can't have bad decision against Patrick Mahomes like that. You can't. It'll come back to bite you in the ass. I think Ben Franklin. I think everybody's probably going to be going for the Eagles, but there's a lot of people that hate the Eagles fan base. So I've been hearing some chatter from the NFC East, like, nah, I'm going for Kansas City. Great football being played, regardless, but of the teams. I can't agree with that. Basketball, I can't agree with that, man. Football all around, bro, has been trash. I think the playoff run, besides like this game, to be honest, been blowouts. In playoffs, that's not good product on football fields, bro. Back in the day, playoff runs, every game would be to the wire and smash mouth. I think majority of the games this playoff run has been blowouts, bro. That's not entertaining, I like smash mouth in the postseason, bro. My opinion, So shout out to that, man. Shout out to the real fans, man. Shout out to the real homies, my real riders, bro. Shout out to the TTC homies that were a part of that shit. Shout out to everybody that's been showing love from Kansas City. Shout out to all my real people that represent the kingdom, that's been here for years. Not no new accounts. This is not dedicated to you. You get no play in this. You're irrelevant to this conversation. But the real ones, bro, I gotta give you big props. Now, it was some bad calls that were questionable, but at the end of the day, bro, the calls, Jay Millie, we talk about this all the time. There's always going to be some bad calls when you're dealing with the Chiefs. But like you said, there was still opportunity for Buffalo Bills to rack up some points. They could have actually went up by 2 possessions. And they chose to just stall out. They chose to not get no points, not even a field goal. So, yes, there definitely was some flags, but that didn't have nothing to do with why the Buffalo Bills could not put points on the board. That was on Buffalo Bills, bro. That was on the whole team offense. Couldn't go down the field and get points, So I see it like it was more of a clean game. It was definitely more of a clean game than I seen in this postseason run from what I'm hearing. Even the aspect when the Chiefs played the Texans, bro, them calls, terrible, noticeable. Them calls were blatant. Like that was ridiculous how they allowed them calls in the game of football. In the game of football, we're talking about the National Football League, and in the Texans game, you gonna call roughing the passer, leading with the crown of your helmet, and that wasn't even the case in football. In the NFL, that's what we're gonna do. This game, I don't care who wins the Super Bowl. Yeah, bro, like me. I'll watch the highlights, bro, but it's not really an entertaining aspect when it comes to a Super Bowl. One big reason is because it's the same thing over and over. Even when the aspect, like let's break this down. When Brady was going to Super Bowls, right? After a while, homie, the storylines just got outplayed. I definitely didn't want to tune into that shit over and over and over and over. The storylines get outplayed, bro. But they said salute. I'm smoking on the Bronco pack right now. It's fire, man. But I do gotta give a shout out, bro. One thing I'll say to this, homie, is I'm gonna say this, homie. You let Patrick Mahomes have any time at the end of the game, right? There's a good chance he's gonna go get some points. Even if there's some help from certain people, he's going to go down and get points. So Philadelphia, anytime and every time you get a chance, you got to put up points. Anytime and every time you get a chance, you got to go put up points. Because if you don't, Chiefs are going to find a way to make you pay for that shit. You know? And that's that, man. You know? I want to say this too, man. Check this out. This is exactly why I said 2 years ago, when the Chiefs began this run, and there was Bronco fans, and there was Raider fans, and there was Charger fans actually saying they wanted the Chiefs to win a Super Bowl. This is why you have to rethink the priority of yourself, because now look at the situation this has brought upon your head. You fans out there from the division foes that had each other's hand, that had the Chiefs' hand and your division foes. You guys are a disgrace to your fan bases. I really feel that. A lot of the aspect, homie. Now, let me say this, homie, because there's a lot of Raider fans that I know why they went against the 49ers, right? Because of the Battle of the Bay. So Raiders fans, they had a little more, leadway when it comes to that, because the Battle with the Bay, the Niners and the Raiders, they hated each other. They've been at war. So I pumped the brakes on them. But anybody else in the AFC West that in the beginning of this Chiefs run, and you were in the AFC West, maybe you should just revoke your whole fandom, homie. That was a terrible call. You fools ruined for the rivals, the enemigos, holding hands with these dudes. And now they spitting on every aspect product-wise of the fans. And you're one of the biggest causes. They're spitting on your logo. They're spitting on everything that you done earned. They disrespected every aspect of history in the game. And you were really going for these dudes when this shit first started, this run first started. That shit just, it's mind-blowing to me, because I could never understand that. And if that's the case, I could never be cool with you. I could never be cool and talk a Broncos conversation with you, bro. I don't kumbaya with the enemigos and the enemies, bro. But there was a lot of fools that were really saying, I'm going for the Chiefs because they're AFC West. Such a disgrace, bro. Such a disgrace. To the fan, to Broncos country, to the logo, to Pat Bowlen. Everything, homie. Y'all was a disgrace, homie. And I mean that shit. Wholeheartedly. Because I remember multiple conversations with Bronco fans that said they were going for Patrick Mahomes because he was in the AFC West. Wow. Mind-blowing. And I don't really care how you feel about what I'm saying. You are a disgrace to Broncos country if you ever went for the Chiefs in a Super Bowl, bro. You spit all over this logo for what? Because at the end of the day, they don't care about you actually supporting them dudes. They're just laughing at you. So call it what you want. Broncos country that went for the Chiefs, Charger fans. And like I said, Raiders fans, they have a little more leeway because Battle with a Bay. But at the same time, I would have never in my whole life, homie, if I was a Raider fan myself, went for a division foe in the Chiefs. Because you know why? This is the reality. This is the truth. This is 100% truth. The era that the other teams won in the AFC was real football. Let's just bring up facts. Smash mouth football. An era when real football players played. An era where there was no crying. I'm talking about fools will come back. Their freaking arms will be dislocated. Fingers will be broke. You could slam the quarterbacks on the head. No pass interferences. And that's what they had to put up with back in the day in these real games. Real smash mouth football. 80s, 90s, brutal, bro. People literally had brain damage from them days, bro. And all that shit is being disrespected by this soft era shit. And they watered down the game so much that it's almost impossible to actually play defense. Back in the day, there was an equal playing ground. Back in the day, equal playing ground all across the board. The defense actually was allowed to play defense. You didn't have the problem of getting a flag because these dudes were real riders. These dudes were real football players. These dudes really went to war. These dudes really were putting their life on the line back in the day. And when I'm saying that is because they have this brain issues now because of all the hard hits. Now we got the soft era, meaning this generation, and you can't even hit the quarterback. You're not allowed to do anything defense side of the ball. And we have this dynasty. We got the dynasty in this soft era of football. And everything that they put out there is disrespecting the old era of football, the old real work that you had to do to get a Super Bowl ring. And this new era has dismantled that shit to the fullest, bro. And me as a real football fan, I really do have an issue with that shit because when I was growing up, bro, we used to watch competitors, bro. I remember John Elway, bro, concussions, coming back in the game. I can remember fools really just like hurting themselves and coming back in the game, dislocating shoulder blades. I can remember the aspect of real football players breaking bones, bro, and coming back into the game. You won't get that nowadays. You won't get that now. You're not going to get that nowadays. So all the fans that I'm talking to from my own, from all the fans that I'm talking to from my own, just to be accepted by the in crowd of maybe your friend that's a Chief fan. You wanted to be accepted, homie, so you went and said, hey, I'm going to go for them, support it. Like, that's just mind-blowing, homie. That's against the grain. Your fandoms, you shouldn't even be able to have that car no more. Because you turned your loyalty on Broncos country. You turned your loyalty, the Charger fans that were doing it, on the Charger fan base. And like homie said, I want to give Raider fans any slack either. Division rival is bigger than. I understand that, my bro. I understand that completely. And I'm not, and I'm not saying that Bronco fanatic in that sense. I'm just saying from a history aspect, they're mad. They got their heart in the aspect of being fired up. But if I was a Raider fan, no, I'm never going to actually respect, ride with, get behind the rivals, bro. No. Hell nah. Never. So, Mile High salute, man, to my real homies. I got to give a shout out to the real homies once again. My homie Jordan. Got to give a shout out to Purdy Eyes. You know, Mile High salute to you. My homie BK, man. One of the most dedicated, loyal fans of the Chiefs. A-Rod. I got to give a shout out to you. I got to give a shout out to Chief Urag, man. I wish you was still around, big homie. OG. I got to give a shout out to my boy Mikey. They've been here for years, man. They was here in the TTC days, man. 2015, 16, they was here representing the Chiefs. They went through a lot of heartbreaks, and I got to respect that shit to the fullest, man. I got to give a shout out to the real ones. Those are the ones I actually acknowledge. Those are the ones that I know for sure been riding since day one. Shout out to all you guys. Because you deserve that shit. You guys deserve that shit wholeheartedly. I may despise the Falcons, but if they ever play the AFC West rivals, I probably want to watch. You know, I know you got that inter-house rivalry, homie. And they're the ones that I know for sure, bro, been rocking with their team for years. There's no doubt in my mind. Them 5-6 dudes I mentioned, I have good relationships with them fools, man. They bring nothing but respect. They bring something to the community of sports because they're real. They're authentic. I can't get behind the new accounts and people that popped up in the last year and a half. Definitely can't do that. I don't know who you are. You're a nobody. You haven't been around here, obviously, for some years, so you get no credit. But the real ones, those are the homies, bro. I will always have respect for them names that I mentioned. Those are the real ones, bro. You know, and I can't take nothing from you because when you were going through the traumas and everything that people were shitting on your team, you know what I actually would catch? I would catch you still in lives, still represent. Even Darcy. Darcy was still around too, and he went on to do his little podcast, but he was around when them Chief boys was not this good. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give a big shout out to Darcy. He went on to do big things with his shit. Everybody that was in AFC Battlegrounds, the TTC's Trash Talk, and you were there since day one, big shout out to you guys, man. Yeah, I feel you on that, Savage. If Chiefs and 49ers play in the Super Bowl, Raiders shouldn't roof. Yeah, to be honest, to be 100%, it was mind-blowing, homie. Like, I knew this Bronco fanatic 100%. When that shit was taking place and I actually had people put on this hat and say they were going for the Chiefs, I second-guessed them, bro. I second-guessed who they were. I second-guessed everything about their character. I was like, bro, who does that? Where do they do that at? Where do they do that at? You know, that was mind-blowing to me, man. You know, so you know what it is, but hope you guys have a good night. We gonna kick it off, man. I would say this too, bro. I got a giveaway coming here soon. I was thinking about doing a giveaway for the homies, the original family here, you know, Box State Business. And I was thinking about doing a giveaway of subscribers that's been original, not no new face, fake accounts, not no troll accounts, the real ones. We know who you are, the real ones. And not no emotional wrecks, bro. Not no fools that are gonna come in here and be like, you're triggering the sauce, bro. Why you talking like that, disrespectful? Yeah, we definitely, you can't get the giveaway, man. That's too emotional for a giveaway. Root for either team. But big shout out to everybody. Mall High salute. You know what it is. Shout out to all the real ones. And I'm going to let y'all go, man. Y'all have a good night. Let's go.